How to attract the riches of the universe. According to Catherine Ponder, you can manifest wonders in your life by affirming words of prosperity out loud for just 5 minutes a day. This is an excerpt from one of Ponder's books, in which she clearly explains how to create prosperity using prosperous thinking. Catherine Ponder's method is simple, effective and powerful. Let's get started. Begin making contact with the rich universal substance around you and within you, by declaring every day, I stir up the gifts of God within me and around me. It is the Father's good pleasure to bless me with unlimited supply, and it is my good pleasure to receive it. I am receiving. I am receiving now. I am now receiving all the unlimited wealth God has for me now. Just by declaring this affirmation several times a day, you will begin stirring up the riches of the universe, attracting them to you, and expressing them through you. Take God as a rich, loving, understanding Father into all your affairs, each day of your week. Ask His divine instruction and guidance about all your affairs, financial and otherwise, and you will be pleasantly surprised how much better every phase of your life will become. Perhaps you are thinking, if prosperity comes basically from God, if He is the source of my supply, then why all the talk about prosperous thinking? What does prosperous thinking have to do with my supply? God's rich supply is all around you universally, as well as innately within you, as talents and ideas longing for expression. But that rich supply and substance must be contacted and used. Your mind is your connecting link with it. Your attitudes, your mental concepts, beliefs and outlook are your connecting link with God's rich substance and access to it. God can only do for you what He can do through you, by means of your thoughts and ideas. Thus prosperous thinking opens the way to prosperous results. Prosperity thinking may bring changes in you, and around you. Changes that you need, but tend to resist unless you know what is happening. Most of us have wandered away from the prosperous truth. But we must take what goes with the use of these prosperity principles, even if it means changes that involve people, places or things. As you open your mind to prosperity, if a rearrangement comes, rest assured that it is for your own good. We can have anything we can mentally accept, but we must mentally accept it first. A great part of the act of receiving is accepting the good we desire mentally, rather than mentally resisting it. As a child of God, open your mind to receive the unlimited supply that is your divine heritage. The thoughts of your mind have made you what you are, and thoughts of your mind will make you whatever you become, from this day forward. The more you realize this, the more you will come to know that people, places, conditions and events cannot keep your God-given prosperity and success from you, once you decide to deliberately employ prosperous thinking as your ally for success. Indeed, you will discover that things, people and events that previously worked against you, will either begin to work for you, or will fade out of your life, as new people and events will appear to help you succeed. That is the power of prosperous thinking. Some authorities believe that one prosperous thought is more powerful than 1,000 failure thoughts, and that 2 prosperous attitudes, steadily held and expressed, are more powerful than 10,000 failure attitudes. Success adores the prosperous attitude, of that you can be sure. Meanwhile, remind yourself often that God is the source of all your supply, and then make spiritual contact with His rich substance and rich ideas that await your appropriation. Repeat this. I am the rich child of a loving Father. I now accept and claim His rich good for me, in every phase of my life. My own God-given success in the form of rich ideas and rich results, now appears. Remind yourself often that prosperity can come quickly, through your deliberate use of prosperous thinking. A saleswoman who had a lot of financial expenses, and whose sales had fallen off, decided to look to God as the source of her supply. By affirming for 15 minutes every day, I stir up the gifts of God within me and around me, and I am blessed with success and true achievement. It was like a landslide. Her sales picked up tremendously. She was honored by her employer for having sold $60,000 worth of merchandise within a short period of time. Only 2 other salesmen sold $35,000 worth of merchandise during the same period. This lady's department included mostly lower-priced merchandise, which required that she make many more sales, by comparison with other department sales. Some of her customers brought her gifts, in appreciation for her loving service to them. By speaking prosperous words, this saleswoman deliberately opened her mind to receive, which worked wonders in her life. You can begin freeing yourself from limitation, lack and failure. As you open your mind to prosperity, you will find yourself on the royal road to success. Furthermore, you will find your life becoming happier, and your peace of mind greater. So relax, start using prosperous thinking and words, to attract an abundant flow of money and prosperity into your life. Remind yourself often, God is the source of my supply, and my unlimited abundance of everything good.